Good morning.
Good morning.
How's jail?
It sucks.
Great. It's supposed to. It's not supposed to be fun. The
Yeah.
problem is every time we give you a bond, you have like little wings. You take flight.
I don't take flight. It's just okay. So
Okay,
to
you
be,
don't technically you don't show up.
to be real with you, my transmission on my car literally did break down last time, and this time I made sure everything.
Patas. Take a bus. Phone a friend.
Well, where I live, it didn't have a bus route, but I do have Uber already ready, already scheduled. So there's no chance that I'm missing bond. Like, there's no reason why I would even miss anything.
Shame on, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me thrice, what is it? You've taken off on me 3 different times and you want me to give you a 4th bond? Really?
I want to prove myself to you.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like I have what it takes.
And judge will say, I have her information, I have information of her boyfriend and some other people. And my office will hound her, will call her and make sure that she's
I'm
there.
all about giving people multiple chances, but I've already given you 3. At some point, I have to say when, because if I don't, then I've done it 3 times. You and I have had this conversation before. The last time I let you out, we had the same conversation we're having now.
Yeah, I know. But literally, I'm done. Like, this is it. Like, I don't want to see myself back here, Judge. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't. Like, I want to prove to you. I want to prove to my family and myself. This is it. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I have a kid. I have a job. I'm fully time employed. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is it. This is it for myself. And I'm speaking 100% just you and me.
I don't believe you've sold me this. You've sold me the snake oil before,
I've never actually got.
Sean, what I would like to do, and
Let's be real. This isn't just a judge talking to a defendant. This is a human being delivering a brutal, heartfelt eulogy for a future that's being thrown away. He's not just listing charges. He's painting a picture of a desolate, toothless old age. It's raw, it's visceral, and it cuts through all the legal jargon to ask the one question that matters. Is this really the path you want to stay on?
I agree with you that you can't keep doing what you're doing, especially if you have kids, because, if you're a mother,
I am. I just want to come home.
that child needs you,
I know.
Hey, where's mom? She's in jail.
I don't want that to be response.
So what I would like to do, because this case has been open for a long time, perhaps do a TRAS. Let's see what they say, and we'll go from there. But so I have clinicians on staff. They can tell me exactly how we need to head. They will interview you, see what's going on in your life, to find which fork in the road to take, how to take it. They may say, okay, let's get her to do outpatient treatment. They may say, let's get her to do inpatient treatment. They may say she needs no treatment.
I don't want to do that. Can I take the conviction? And I know what I'm looking at. I understand what I'm looking at.
I don't want to
I
say
understand
that.
what I'm looking at.
You need to talk with Sean about that.
So,
Okay, I have.
Your Honor,
I have.
just my concern. Look, I don't want to render an involuntary plea or anything like that as a result of her wanting to get out. Our conversation back there was for a decent amount of time, and I have no problem, absolutely hounding her to make sure it happens so that she can be here. And if she's not, that can be on me.
Sean, that's the 4th time. I'm not going to do it.
So if
I've done
it's,
it. We had the same conversation the last time we were here.
So if it's not in the arena of PR bond or anything like that,
Okay.
can there be a number assigned, a set bail amount that she
Can I-
want to make?
Can I
If
do?
in the event that she could.
I
Can I do
will
this?
give you a bail reduction, of course. I will do something reasonable just hold on.
Okay, but I can't make bond. I know for sure I cannot make bond right now. I know if I do the conviction, I know what I'm looking at next time, and it's a state jail felony, and I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take all of that. I'm willing to take all of that. I need to get home to my kid. Please, Judge. Please. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at.
I would think.
I'm comfortable with it. I'm
So-
comfortable with that theft charge on there. I know what it looks bad. I do. But I'm willing to take that right now to get home to my family.
Whatever you guys want.
Okay, so
Just, if you think this was tough, wait till you get upstairs in felony court. It gets so much worse.
No, there's not gonna be another.
If I had one strand of hair every time someone told me that,
And I get that.
I would look like Alex.
He has hair.
That's my point.
I don't
Every
get it.
time someone told me that excuse, if I had one strand of hair, I would look like Michael. Well, not like whatever you guys want to do, you know me. I can't, look, hey, I can't keep doing it. I have to show you that we mean business.
And I know I do, but let me show you that I mean business as well.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do a deferred where it stays off your record.
I want it on my record though. I want that on my record and I want to take that on. I do. I really do. No, I do. I do. I do.
So how about this, Judge? Me and her will talk.
But I would, just hear me out. Look, I don't want to keep you on paper forever. But if we were to do the TRAS and you do treatment,
I'd rather,
as soon as you're done with the treatment,
I'd
we'll
rather,
successfully terminate.
I'd rather take the sex, I'd rather take the sex conviction in all honesty. I'm comfortable with that. I know what I'm looking at.
Don't want to clean up?
I want the sex conviction. I do. I want to take that. I want to
Guys
take that on.
talking, let me know what you want to do, Sean.
So just for the record, so at this time, personal bond or reinstatement is off the table. And then, if a bond amount is set, what would
The
that
bond
amount?
set of 7503. So if you want something different, I'm happy to give it to you.
Okay.
Whatever, something reasonable, whatever it may be,
Okay.
Um,
We'll have our conversation.
you have the conversation. If you want to, you just got the appointment today, right?
Yes.
If you want to roll it to Monday for you to do your diligence, that's also a possibility. Whatever you guys want to do, you let me know.
Get it worked out.
Okay, thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
All right. You got to know, your record stands out for itself.
Yes.
No matter what your circumstance is, criminality is still criminality. Whatever you're doing, if you need anything, we can help you here. If you want it, we can give you whatever you need. If you want treatment, if you want a cell phone, if you want a tablet, if you want a place to sleep, if you want to eat, we have resources here that we can help you with. And for as long as I'm here, because who knows how long I'm going to be here, if you ever come back and if you ever want anything, I'll give it to you.
Yes,
All
sir.
you have to do is ask. And I know that the thing is that, like, I get that you want to party, right? And
Not really. I just want to.
just listen,
Right.
I get it. That lifestyle is going to catch up with you
Yeah.
because, life does not get easier the older you get. It gets difficult. You get
Yeah.
bigger, you get fatter, you get uglier, you lose hair. Life doesn't get easier.
Time flies.
I want you to listen because you're thinking about what to say. You're not listening and internalizing what I'm trying to tell you, that it doesn't get easier. And I know that you want to get out there. You're ready to get out there, go party and just what. If you don't have something, if you don't set yourself up with something, with a skill or some kind of trade or some kind of job or knowledge, you're going to end up lickety split at 50, at 60, destitute, alone, toothless, with no money on the street. Life doesn't get easier. And what you're doing now is you're only hosing yourself worse and worse. It's like we are watching you crumble. And I want to help you, but you just don't want it. And that's okay because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. But it's going to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Don't let it. I'm telling you, in a moment's notice, 10 years is going to pass. And if you keep there,
Yeah. Yes,
you're
sir.
charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement that you've worked is 9 days in jail, credit for the 7 days that you've done. You have to understand this now makes 2. On the 3rd, you're looking at a state jail felony, minimum of 6 months in jail.
Yes, sir. This is it though. I think this is the last time we see each other, for
Well,
sure.
it is because
Oh, I know,
from
sir.
now on, another case, you're going
Yeah.
upstairs to felony court. I'm not going to see you.
Yeah, gotcha.
But this is going to trail you for the rest of your life. Once you plead guilty, you can never take it off. You can never say, you know what? I should have done something else. That's so stupid. Are you sure you want to do this?
Sure.
You don't want a short deferred where we can make minimal conditions. It won't go on your record.
I'm positive I want to do
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal Once you plead guilty, there's no changing this. If you ever want something, come back. I will help you as much as I can while I'm here. All you got to do is come back and ask for whatever it is. In so much that if you want to change this, I have jurisdiction up to 30 days. If you come back, you know, whatever you need.
I'll really put that into it for
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow the agreement. Good luck. Thank you. Please. Are any of you here with parents today?
No, sir. No, sir.
None of you came with any parents.
No, sir.
Mr. Gallegos, you were charged with discharging a firearm. Who's Gallegos?
Right here, sir.
Mr. Gallegos, you were charged with discharging a firearm in a metropolitan area. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Are you Mr. Gamero?
That's me.
Mr. Gamero, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Mr. Garcia, you were also charged with discharging a firearm in a metropolitan area. All of you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You each have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On January 12, 2025, the officer observed 4 males in dark clothing forming a circle and discharging several high-caliber weapons into the air while on patrol behind a residential neighborhood in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed 2 males run towards Muscatine Street and 2 males flee towards Garber Lane, where the officer remained stationary. The officer identified the second male apprehended as Defendant Gamero, 18 years old, who was found in possession of a Glock handgun tucked into his waistband. Defendant Gamero admitted that he and a co-defendant, a 14-year-old juvenile, had been firing an AR-15 and a Glock along with 2 other males who fled with a second AR pistol, and the other 2 males were apprehended, one of which was Defendant Gallegos, 17 years old.
Whoa. So we have an AR-15, a Glock, an AR pistol, and a complete disregard for basic physics. This isn't a scene from a movie. This is a recipe for a murder charge. The judge is about to explain the what goes up must come down principle, but legally, they're facing a potential felony murder charge if someone dies. This is a terrifying example of how a moment of stupidity can derail multiple lives forever.
Defendant Gallegos confirmed the other male's identity and stated the weapon had been passed around among 4 individuals and that all were involved in shooting them, and that the AR was purchased from an unknown individual in the street. The 4th male was identified as Defendant Garcia, 17 years old. Defendant Garcia admitted to firing all 3 seized weapons, and Defendant Garcia was observed disposing of an AR-15 and surrendering.
Gentlemen, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with each of your cases, and I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. How old are each of you? How old are you, sir?
17.
How old are you?
17.
How old are you?
I too.
What do you do with yourselves?
Well, I just be at the home with my girlfriend.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
We're going to work on that. Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
I'm so great.
Yeah.
Are you currently enrolled in school?
No, I had dropped out, but
Okay, not anymore.
this
We're going to work on that. What's your situation?
I'm currently enrolling in school because I just left and
No. Are you enrolled
No,
or are you
sir.
not? Okay, we're
Current.
going to work on that as well. Did you graduate? We're going to work on it. The first thing I'm going to tell each of you is that you are not to smoke any weed. I'm sending you each for a test right now because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If there's something in your system, you will get a pass today. But I'm giving you notice now that you will be retested in 45 days. And if I find that you continue to use, I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know if you're using, but if you are, it stops today. And if you stop today, in 45 days, you will be clean. If you continue to use, you're going to end up staying with me. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
What goes up must come down. So when you fire a gun in the air, a bullet has to go somewhere. If it lands on a 7-year-old's head, what happens? It's a rhetorical question, meaning that you don't need to answer, but I'm giving you something to think about, that what goes up must come down. What goes down will ricochet. And if it ricochets into a person, someone's going to get charged with that murder. Do you understand?
Yes,
There
sir.
are proper places to do these things. That's what you do. As far as I'm concerned now, None of you are to be in possession of any weapons whatsoever. Don't worry about filing any conditions because each of them are going to be honored.
Yes, Judge.
I will provide each of you guys a lawyer today. And I'm going to send you for a test. You must come back. If you fail to go test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a seat for me, please.
Right this way.
Or I'm going to have you sign resets and then we'll have you take a seat.
Chris?
Manuel Worthy, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 8th, 2025, the officer responded to a DPS agent who stated he was following the defendant's vehicle and needed assistance on a traffic stop after the DPS agent was conducting surveillance on an unrelated case. The DPS agent provided a description of the defendant's vehicle, and the officer observed the defendant's vehicle failing to a signal lane change along with the vehicle's third brake light being out. A traffic stop was conducted and the officer made contact with the defendant. The officer observed a strong odor of marijuana and the defendant was asked to step out of the vehicle and the defendant stated there was nothing illegal inside the vehicle. The officer located a cigar filled with a green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training experience with a weight of 0.09 grams or 0.032 ounces. A PC search of the vehicle was conducted and the officer located a unholstered black handgun inside a backpack in the back seat.
If I may, Your Honor, briefly.
Sure.
Bit unusual. I think the DPS officer, he needs help with the traffic stop. He doesn't state any traffic violations or any reason.
He does though. Sure he does.
The DPS officer that dispatches says, hey, I'm doing surveillance on this case, on another case. I need help with the traffic stop. He doesn't tell him any traffic violations at all.
And that is true, Your Honor. The officer said he needed assistance and the officer that was called for assistance is the one who observed the vehicle failed to signal.
So the person that came,
The person that came in response to the DPS agent calling in assistance.
We just don't know why he needs an assist with the traffic stop at all. He says, hey, come basically pull
because
this.
he's doing something else, I'm assuming, right? Isn't that, he's investigating someone else?
Yeah, but I don't understand why he's telling another officer to pull this guy over. He doesn't give him a reason to do so. And we have videos available on this and I've watched them.
Even so, the officer that pulls him over still sees violations though, right? If he had not seen violations, I may have an issue.
Right.
But nevertheless, he still sees issues. I mean,
I understand that, Judge. My issue, and this may not be a thing for PC, I've watched the videos. There's no failure to signal a lane change, and you only need 2 brake lights in Texas. I don't know what this third brake light thing is. We can have a suppression hearing later on it. I just want to bring it to the court's attention at the PC determination. I mean, he says, hey, pull this guy.
you're telling me that there's no PC, and one of the issues is because he really does signal a lane change. I'm ready to see it. If you have it, I'm ready to see it. You know, I mean, there's no sense in delaying the inevitable. If there's no probable cause, there's no probable cause. I mean, let's tee it up. I mean, it's only 10 o'clock, right? So
Give us a moment to
of
review.
course,
Yes, Judge.
absolutely. But understand, let me finish PC with everyone. Give Alex a moment to also look so he can be prepared.
Gotcha.
We'll come back. We'll take a look. In the meantime, show me the provision that says you only need 2 red lights as well.
Okay.
Show me the money, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, Judge.
Happy,
Thank you.
You know,
All right, cool.
take a seat for me in the jury box. You're on probation. You've now no.
He was.
Did they file a motion or no?
They filed a motion. He was taken in last night.
Let's do probable cause, and then we'll do it.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
So tell me.
A review of the body cam, we did see the failed signal. In addition, we did see the high mounted brake light out, which is a third brake light. And under the Texas Code, section 547.3215, the federal vehicle equipment safety standards are adopted. And federal regulation 49 CFR 571.108 requires a high mounted rear brake light. And because that was out, that is
But
the,
not all cars have that.
what?
So are you telling me now every single car has to have that third mounted brake light?
It requires any multi-purpose passenger vehicle, which in this case it was a sedan. So in this case, it is a passenger vehicle. So it has to have, and you can see the, On the body cam, Your Honor, you can see the high mounted brake light. That's not, well,
And I would point out, sure, it requires the
I
vehicle
don't,
to
no, no, no,
have.
no, but did you really see that there's no turn signal?
there's no turn signal and
I would like to see that.
yeah, we can see that it's
Can you show him what you saw, please?
healthy yet, because you can pull the video faster than I can.
We have the video ready.
Oh, okay. Time stamped at 0.08. It's you can. So you're gonna see the vehicle come into view at a distance right there, and he comes across 2 lanes without signaling.
Bro, you can,
You can, come on, Will, you can.
we can show the judge that.
Yeah,
'cause
we
you can't,
we
you
can
can't
step
see
in the
that.
back and you can see
I
it
don't think
cut
that's
across.
him.
There's no way.
There's no way that's him because
But-
he's already in the furthest right lane by the time that,
No, you
in
can see
2
him, you
seconds
can see him
later.
going across to his right, a lane without any signal and addition to that brake light as you continue the video.
Would you like to see, Judge?
Sure. Let me see.
You will see your vehicle here.
Which car?
It's a, may I, Your Honor, go up there and point it out?
The truck?
No, it's the gray sedan. The gray sedan come up.
Oh, it hasn't come up yet.
You won't see it until after the law enforcement goes over the hill on that.
It looks like he's going pretty fast, huh?
No.
No.
No, we're just.
There is two people kind of.
Okay, ready for the next one? Thank you for
So when you go, I mean, the law is such that you're always supposed to signal, right? And I mean, even if you're going in that turn,
Well,
I mean, were the lights on at that point or no?
yes, the lights were on as soon as he gets up to the back of my client's vehicle before he makes that turn, they just shade lights. And the state is saying that there was an unsignaled lane change required.
How do you know the lights are on?
Pardon?
How do you know?
Because the sound kicks on, you can hear it.
Yeah, and he's correct that after, but before that, there's an unsignaled lane change as.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to see an unsignaled lane change before they even pulled them.
There is, Your Honor, it just,
Show me that.
He said it was a freeway.
well, freeway, Your Honor. and-
Show me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, if I could, I can point out his vehicle.
Yeah. Show me because that's what I was looking for and I didn't see it.
Your Honor, if I may step around, so I can.
Go, please. Come on. Don't be shy.
So it's small, it's at a distance, but you'll see the vehicle come into view momentarily. It's right there. That's the defendant's
That's
vehicle.
him?
That's the defendant's vehicle. Let me go back a little
There's
bit.
no way to tell it's vehicles.
Because you can continue, no, and you can continue seeing it.
Can you not make it? You should be able to like,
I'm sorry, if we're gonna do crosstalk like this, we can just set this as an MAJ hearing or a formal motion to suppress and that can be up on the big screen. We can have more structure to an argument and we don't have to have 3 people arguing about it. Or that's a personal handheld device.
Yes, Judge. And that's the.
I guess you want to set it for a formal probable cause hearing?
He's on an MAJ out of this court. We just have the MAJ. It's a preponderance standard. They can challenge any motion to suppress they want to, or they can urge any motion to suppress they want.
This is for the new case though, right? This
It
is not for the MAJ.
It's for the new case.
It's for the new case.
Yeah, the UCW.
The UCW, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's got a pending MAJ in this court for an evading arrest.
right. But because of this,
Right, so this would have to be proved about that hearing anyway.
right. But I mean, I'm not going to revoke if there's no PC to go here.
Right, but I'm just saying if we're going
So-
to be here, having 3 attorneys talk about a handheld device on the screen and what can't be seen, we might as well just set it for a whole hearing and then we can put the whole video up on the screen.
I'm down. You want to do it for
Well, that's what-
beginning of
that's
next
what I
week?
thought, and the court suggested that there's gonna be.
I didn't realize it was going to be this
Yeah, I just.
labor intensive, so to speak, you know?
It's turning into like a big argument. If the video is clear enough to determine probable cause, then that's fine. I'm just saying if this is gonna.
I'm having to squint. So that's why, but let's set it for a formal one. Next week, whatever you want. No?
I mean, whatever the court wants.
It doesn't matter to
I mean,
me.
but on the. I would like to do it now if we can, just annually, but we're in court. I mean, it's the first 8 seconds of the. The car is so far on, there's no way. The state's gonna point out a minuscule car hundreds of yards away, and can't see what lane it's even in.
It's the same. This isn't the problem.
There, and then the officer continues going in that direction. It's the same vehicle.
Is it that one way over there?
It's
It's this one, right? It's,
the one going right at that time. Because it's going right, then the officer continues in that direction, follow the vehicle.
can we see it right here? Which one is it?
So it's not right here, it's
How does he even see that?
because as he's coming around the corner, you see it right there, that vehicle right there going right.
Oh, that was cool how you did that.
Yeah, I don't know how I just it.
That's great. That's it.
So yeah, as
That's
he's coming
it?
around the corner, yeah, so he's coming around and then that vehicle going all the way across with no light and then
Look.
Can't tell what lane he's in.
No. Come here, Will. Look. He hit something that made it like really big. Can you see if he has a driver's license, please?
It's helpful, Your Honor.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive unless you have also car insurance. Do you understand?
So I have liability.
Okay, good. Don't pick up a third case. If you pick up another case, holy moly, I'm just gonna lose it. Do you understand? Don't. No, you're not supposed to have weapons. No drugs, no alcohol. Did you say there was an odor of marijuana here?
Yes, Judge, a strong odor of marijuana.
Okay, I will test you 45 days from today. If you test positive again for marijuana, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand? No more smoking weed. So let's set this off 45 to 50 days. His appearance is required. He will get another test on that day. If he's clean, we'll just continue him and then just goes normal. If he's test positive, get ready. You hold the keys. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks. Good morning, Mr. Sarmiento.
Yes, señor Sarmiento.
You
Bien, señor Sarmiento.
were charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Dólares de
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney appointed if you cannot afford one.
multa. Si no puede ocupar una,
Yes, Judge.
We're going to go slow.
Yes, Judge.
más escuchen.
On January 5th, 2025, the officer became aware of a stolen vehicle via a flock alert. The flock alert was for a listed stolen blue Hyundai. The officer checked the vehicle's license plate and observed the vehicle stolen as of December 21st, 2024. The officer observed the vehicle turning northbound onto East Tex Freeway, taking the ramp heading north on East Tex Freeway, and ran the license plate, confirming the vehicle to be stolen. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer announced themselves as HPD while giving command to turn off the vehicle and place hands out of the vehicle. The defendant, the front passenger, was the last to exit the vehicle, and the officer made contact with the complainant, and the complainant stated he did not know the defendant, did not give the defendant authorization to operate the vehicle.
What?
So they found the stolen vehicle, Your Honor.
How does he know that it was stolen?
And Your Honor, there's no need for him to know this vehicle. There's no requirement he knows, only that he's in the vehicle without permission from the owner. And the owner said he does not have.
How does he even know that the person driving stole the car?
Well, he doesn't know the defendant. He doesn't know, he didn't say he know he stole it. He just didn't know him, did not give permission.
So you're telling me that he's in a car, he doesn't know the driver, and
Right, the complainant just said that in regard, he did not know the defendant, did not give.
I understand that. I get that,
Yes.
but so he's he's a passenger in the car and they charge him with criminal trespass. And in the DIMS, it says that he doesn't even know the driver. So how would he even know that the car is stolen? How do they know each other? I'm beside myself. I don't. When a criminal trespass requires some kind of like notice that, hey man, you know,
So the trespass was the driver driving into the area and he was the kind of.
he's the passenger, right? I would assume that the driver got charged with UUMV.
Let me see what he got charged with.
If you tell me no, I'm gonna lose it. Really.
Boom. Case dismissed. This is a huge win for the defense and a lesson in specific intent. The judge is saying the state didn't prove this passenger knew the car was stolen. He might have made a bad choice in friends, but that's not a crime. It's a sharp reminder that in court, the burden of proof is everything. A rare but decisive W for the little guy.
Yes, Judge, UMB.
Okay. But the problem is that like, how would he know that the car is stolen? Right? You got to give me something that it's a specific intent crime. You have to, you know, there's got to, in my opinion, you've got to somehow know that the car is stolen. And
Your Honor, further, I guess to get to that, he was in a relationship with the defendant who was in the vehicle, and there were signs of damage to the vehicle that the officer articulated, saying that there was. One moment.
a scratch on the hood.
Signs of theft that would lead a reasonable and prudent person to believe the vehicle was stolen, as the steering column was broken in a manner that only a screwdriver could turn the vehicle on, and the screwdriver was tagged into the evidence. So there was damage from a screwdriver in the vehicle indicating that it was stolen, and this defendant was in a relationship with the driver of the vehicle. And then furthermore.
Did you just tell me that they didn't know each other?
No, the complainant does not know the defendant.
Oh, okay. But I thought you also said that the driver and.
No, Your Honor, and it may be misunderstanding because of me, but it's the complainant saying he does not know this defendant and did not give permission to the defendant to operate the vehicle.
So there is enough there that a reasonable person would believe
That the
he's in a stolen car.
yes.
So the steering column, was it?
was broken, and the officer said that in a manner only a screwdriver could turn the vehicle on.
Un desarmador podía apagar el vehículo.
See, I don't know, you know, because when I was young and dumb and 17, and, you know, my friend had a CJ7, you know, you ever been in those Jeeps that are just jalopy Jeeps, right?
Yes,
They
yes.
always broke down. They always had a problem. We always, you know, Jimmy rigged it as well, you know?
In this case, Judge, I believe there would be enough for PC because we have a vehicle with evidence of breaking into the vehicle with that damaged steering column.
I've been in vehicles like that before.
And we furthermore have a complainant saying he doesn't know the defendant in the vehicle.
No difference to me.
That goes to the element of without, for the criminal trespass, it goes to the, with, knowledge that it was,
Nah, I'm not, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna find no probable cause. I'm sorry.
Que no hay razón probatoria.
Be careful. When you hang with dogs, you get fleas. I don't know what your status is in this world if you're in this country with permission. But if you go to jail and you're not in this country with permission and you spend any kind of 4+ hours in there, immigration will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until you get shipped to immigration. So live like a halo, especially if you're not well documented in this country. Go ahead, take a seat for me, sir. Yes, sir, you're charged with theft, aggregate theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 12th, 2025, the officer responded to an HEB in Harris County, Texas, in regard to the theft of an employee. The officer made contact with the complainant, the loss prevention investigator. The complainant stated the defendant was an employee of HEB, and the loss prevention employee was notified by a store manager that the defendant was taking Red Bull into the pharmacy without paying, drinking the Red Bulls, and then throwing it away. These acts were verified by video, and the complainant researched the defendant and noticed that when the defendant left his shift, he would have a bag of unpaid grocery items, would select items throughout the store, bring the unpaid items into the pharmacy, wait until the end of his shift, bag the products, and then leave the pharmacy without attempting to pay for the merchandise. The complainant observed the defendant take items without paying in 7 different days. The total was approximately $368.38.
All right. Sir, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to any HEB. Do you understand? If you violate these conditions, you pick up a new case, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand, sir? Are you working now? Do you have an income?
I am studying for my board exam. So no,
Studying for board exam for what?
actually,
Really? Not a good way to start, sir. You know, really. Look, I'll give you a lawyer today. Don't pick up any new cases. You got to understand that you got your future ahead of you, man. You want to be a nurse and now you got, come on, really? I need you to fill out an application for me. Fill it out. Let me take a look at it. I'll give you a lawyer today. Just make smart moves. It's not hard, you know, really. Come on.
Judge, was that response?
Yeah. Do you mind filing knowing back HEB, please? Any HEB.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Judge, counsel is approaching on page 7. Hernandez, come on up.
Hi, good morning. Hi.
Assisting Joseph Ruiz today.
I'm sorry?
I'm here assisting Joseph Ruiz today.
Okay, for sure. You are Joaquin Hernandez.
sir.
Mr. Hernandez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 12th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to 7000 Gulf Freeway, and another officer had advised that the defendant would sleep in the driver's seat of the vehicle. The vehicle was on and running, and the officer observed a container of beer in plain view in the center cup holder. The officer made contact with the
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge. And the officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, watery bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and the defendant admitted to consuming beer, but did not state the amount. The officer observed a 12-ounce Michelob Ultra cold to the touch and a plastic bag labeled margarita to go with a straw sticking out of it, mostly consumed, and an open pack of beer in the back seat. The Santa Fe sobriety tests were performed, HGN 6 out of 6. Walk and turn and one-leg stand were not performed due to the defendant claiming he had one bad leg. The defendant was read the DIC and declined to provide a sample, and a blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you see if he has any prior DWIs, please?
Yes, Judge. I see no prior DWIs.
I would venture a guess that it's damn elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car. I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive, and I don't give a rat's behind what is going on in your life. If I find that you drive, and I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 children, I can have a contempt hearing. And every time you drive, you can be facing up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand? Do not drive for any reason. If you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, you better address it, because if you don't, I will do it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find anything, you're going to stay with me. No more PR bonds.
Your Honor, will we have the opportunity to have an interlock system on his vehicle?
No, he can't drive. I'm not going to let him drive. I mean, he's got multiple open containers, all have consumed allegedly. No. I mean, and I would think that, you know, it's a privilege. And if I get that he understands the awesome privilege at a later date, come back and we can talk. But at this point, no. I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I'm going to get you the Victoria sign and reset. After that, what is your name, please?
Kia Smith.
I'm sorry?
Smith.
Ms. Smith. You will get to Ms. Smith where she will give you your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you pick up a new case, you endanger my public, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? It's not hard.
Judge, when we return on March 19, is there a possibility that we can present evidence to the court to permit the interlock?
I am always all ears, but at this point, with all that's in that car, no. But come back at a later day, show me, because it is a privilege. It's not a right. You want a right, take your Dodge Patas and take, but it's an awesome privilege, and that's what it is. Show me how much of an appreciation, proactivity goes a long way, and then we can talk. All right? Yes, ma'am.
Judge, just really quick, asking on drugs and alcohol, is it random?
Please, on all DWIs for any days.
And
Yeah.
it's, portable device or not?
No,
Okay,
no. It's a first.
All right. Judge,
You said
next
it's
is page
you said it's a first, right?
Rand,
Two first?
come on
Okay.
up.
Morning, Mr. Garcia. Sir, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 9th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a disturbance with a weapon at a Boost Mobile business in Harris County, Texas. The officers were advised that two suspects were trying to rob the store, one with a handgun and in a wheelchair. The officer observed the male matching the description inside the business, and the defendant turned as if he was going to leave. The officer asked the defendant if he had any weapons on him, and the defendant stated he did not have any weapons and that he was confused as to what was going on. The defendant agreed to the officer patting him down for weapons and immediately began reaching into his pockets, claiming he was going to retrieve his wallet. The officer observed the defendant to have an unholstered black handgun on the right side waistband tucked between his shorts, and the defendant claimed the handgun was his sister's, was borrowed for safety, and the holster was in his sister's car.
So you said they were robbing the place and
He was reported to be involved in a robbery, and that's what the officer was.
they charged?
They charged him with, no, just the possession of PCS and then the unlawful carry.
Mr. Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as the condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're using illegal drugs, any kind of alcohol, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. As it stands now, you're on felony probation. You've now picked up a case with us and you have a felony possession case. Is there a co-defendant in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. There actually, no, Your Honor, there's not.
You said
They allegedly had two suspects, but the officer only made contact with the one defendant.
you're not to be in possession of any weapons, no alcohol, no drugs. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
Tell me, do you need a lawyer appointed to you today?
Yes. I'm getting one, but not right now.
I can
So, yeah.
now if you want. But don't pick up any new cases. Don't be a danger to my community, Mr. Garcia, because I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to protect
I was
my
buying a phone.
Stop. Don't say anything. Just, I want you to know that I'm going to protect my community at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. We got to wait for the evidence to come in. That's going to show us whose side is correct. I don't know. We'll get there. But just while you're out there in the free world, make the right moves. Because if I see you making wrong moves, I have only one place for you. Do you understand? Can you reach out to the Mac for Mr. Garcia, please? All right, so for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Ms. Smith for your bond conditions, and then I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Please. You are Ms. Tijerina.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On January 11th, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle bearing an unreadable E-tag at the 6900 block of Spencer Highway. A traffic stop was conducted and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle. The defendant stated she was aware the E-tag was unreadable as it was waterlogged from being so old, that the E-tag was expired as of November 2024, and that her license plates were at home but not yet on the motor vehicle. The officer confirmed the defendant was operating the motor vehicle with the wrong license plates and observed no proof of financial responsibility for the vehicle. The officer observed slurred speech, red glossy eyes, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated she was coming from a local bar, had consumed a bucket of Michelob Ultra beers, and standard fields of writings were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and attempted a breath. The defendant attempted to provide a breath sample but was unable to complete the test. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Did you say she did field sobriety test or no?
She did. Would you like me to read them again?
Yeah.
HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, and one leg stand 3 out of 4.
Mr. Kitty, I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you see if she has a valid license?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm now placing a restriction on that license. You are not allowed to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock on it. You're also not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming, I'm going to revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And Judge, we're fine with the random testing. She did already let me know of a scheduled trip that she has, so can we let pretrial know those dates?
You can go on your trip, but understand you're still not to use. You're going to get tested as soon as you get back. If you test positive, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I
Yes,
don't
sir.
care where you are in this world. You're still under bond condition in this court, not to use. Don't get in trouble. Make wise decisions, because if you don't, there will be disastrous consequences. And while you're out there, if you're driving, you're not allowed to unless it has an interlock on it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, let Ms. Smith know about the travel, so that way.
I don't want her to get
knows.
violated this.
So you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Casey, and she'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me that you've gone AWOL, she can't get a hold of you, I'm gonna revoke the bond. Do you understand, man?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Ms. Smith for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Judge.
Have fun tonight. Mr. Gomez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 12th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to the 6800 block of Highway 225 within the city limits of Deer Park for a sedan stationary in lane 2 with a missing front tire. The officer observed the defendant in the driver's seat slumped over, the vehicle to be in drive, and the defendant to have his foot on the gas. The officer observed damage to the front right of the motor vehicle and the front right tire to be missing. The officer had to force entry into the vehicle to check the defendant's welfare due to the vehicle being locked. The officer put the vehicle in park and turned the vehicle off. The officer called out to the defendant, shook his arm, and administered 4 to 5 sternum rubs, and the defendant then slowly woke up and was unaware of what was occurring. The officer observed slurred speech, red glossy eyes, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, in addition to unsteadiness on the defendant's feet. The officer observed a buzzball chiller and beatbox alcoholic drink on the front passenger floorboard, both containers empty. The defendant stated he drank 6 beers earlier in the night and thought he was still in Houston. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to provide a blood sample.
Are you telling me that there was alcohol while he was driving?
They just found empty containers. There's no cold has no facts indicating.
Okay. Does he have a valid Texas driver license?
All right, Your Honor.
Please. And any prior to BIC can run an NCIC. Mr. Gomez, I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm going to revoke your bond and we'll put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Your Honor, no prior DWIs and life is eligible.
If you don't have liability insurance coupled with that license, then you're not allowed to drive. That's also a condition of your bond as well. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Sir, the thing is, I'm actually, on probation for a different.
Stop.
So-
Just don't. All I want to know is you want a court-appointed lawyer.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today. Just don't say anything. I've got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever they say, they can use it against you. I'll have you sign a receipt, Victoria. We're going to give you an application. You will eventually meet with Ms. Smith, and then we'll appoint your lawyer.
Yes.
Okay? Leave.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi,
How are you, sir?
you standing in for Mr. Butler?
I'm standing in for Mr.
Okay,
Butler.
wonderful.
I'm a Mac attorney as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Okay, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're charged with you are Ms. Greeny. Okay, Ms. Greeny, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On January 9th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to 1100 Siegler Road regarding a major crash, and the officer observed the defendant outside her vehicle talking to Houston Fire Department. The defendant's vehicle was in a ditch with apparent minor front end damage, was on and in the in-park position. The defendant appeared disoriented, had poor balance, and was not able to stand unassisted. The defendant stated she had the motor vehicle's key fob in her pocket, and the defendant was taken to HCA Healthcare, and the officer then went to HCA to obtain a statement. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage and bloodshot eyes. The defendant stated she did not strike her head or lose consciousness due to the collision and drank between 1 to 10 12-ounce Miller Lite beers prior to operating the motor vehicle and getting into the collision. The defendant further stated she could not remember the time she drank her last beer. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6. Walk and turn and one leg stand were refused as the defendant stated her balance has always been bad. The defendant was read the DIC and a blood search warrant was signed and executed.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you, ma'am. Any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor. And her license is eligible.
You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you, I will revoke your bond. Don't pick up any new cases, and that's it. Okay, so I'll have you sign a receipt, Victoria. We'll have you get with Ms. Smith for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go. Thank you,
Judge.
All right.
See you.
You too. Take care. Mr. Jackson, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 10th, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling east at the intersection of 2200 block of Spears Road and TC Jester with a defective license plate light. The traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant. The officer observed a strong odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle and a PC search was conducted. The officer located a green leafy substance believed to be marijuana based on training experience in the driver's side of the vehicle. The weight was approximately 1 ounce.
Was it?
It was on the driver's side.
All right, Mr. Jackson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You run his license.
Not eligible, Your Honor.
If you don't have a license, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand, Mr. Jackson? You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, come back to me, and I'll take this restriction off. But I'm going to tell you now, if I find that you drive, I'm going to sprout horns in the tail. Like, that's how upset I'm going to be. Do you understand? Tell me, did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Do you mind giving me, please? Yeah. Tell me about yourself. What do you do these days, Mr. Jackson? How old are you?
23.
So what plans for the future do you have? What? Why?
I gotta get it renewed. Yeah. That's all. I just gotta get it renewed.
You have the ability to make it's just a boatload of money with that license, and I don't understand why you're gonna let it expire. I'm making it a condition that you get a job. You need to get a full-time job. You know that, have you ever like explored underwater welding? Have you ever looked into that? How much money do they make? No. How much money do they make? How much is that a year? That's probably like 120, 130 a year. You can make sick money. And come on, man, be better. All right. So do you mind giving in the application? I'm telling you, I'm gonna stay on top of it to make sure that you get that thing back and that you're working, that you're making some good money. Do you understand? All right, come on. Sir, you're charged with driving on a suspended license. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 9th, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling at the 7600 block of North Wayside Drive with a defective front headlight not illuminated. The traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle. The defendant provided a Texas driver's license, but was unable to provide proof of financial responsibility. The officer found the Texas driver's license to be not eligible with an active SR suspension, and the defendant was the registered owner of the vehicle, and the insurance database showed insurance policy for the vehicle had expired as of March 14th, 2024.
Got it. All right, Mr. Pickney, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you not to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. This is a legal document that you're going to swear to me. If you violate this, I can have a hearing. If you prove it to me that you're driving, I can have a hearing to hold you in contempt and hit you with up to 6 months in jail every single time. Do you understand? So if you drive 5 times, I can have 5 different hearings. Do you understand? Yes or no? Do not drive. If you want to, go get your license, get insurance, come back to me, and I will so happily take this off, but just don't until you do that. It's not hard. You understand? Bless you. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer? You know, I had someone send me an email not too long ago where they were in an accident and created $50,000 worth of worth of damage to another person, and they didn't know what to do because they ended up just getting sued. Person filed a lawsuit against them and is coming after them. They're, what do I do? What do I do? This is solved by having car insurance. When you're in an accident, that's why we have insurance. So it's not a joke. You look at me like it's, but I'm being serious. I'm trying to help you. Don't, right. Do it the right way. Great things will happen for you. I'm going to give you a lawyer. The lawyer can try to help you out with what you need to do to get your license back. But there's no excuse. If you get into a car, I'm going to lose it. Do you understand? Okay, come on.
So that was a no driving affidavit?
Yeah.
That's it?
No, we'll do bond conditions as well. Do you mind following that? No driving without a license and insurance.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Simon Fournier,
Yes, see,
Yes.
we're charged with theft. You are facing up to a year in jail. I'm sorry, up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you do not have a lawyer, if you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Asignaría uno, señor.
Yes, Judge. On January 11th, 2025, the officer responded to a Walmart in regard to a theft. The officer made contact with the complainant, and the complainant observed the defendant at a self-checkout with a large amount of groceries. The complainant observed the defendant failed to scan every item in the cart. The defendant was confronted on 2 separate occasions during the checkout process. The defendant was told how to scan items properly, and the defendant failed a 3rd time to scan items properly. The defendant completed the transaction and had unpurchased items past all points of sale, and the total was $184.48.
Sir, I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart. If you violate this condition, I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status in this country is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. Behave yourself, otherwise I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
Ocupar un abogado?
Sí, me lo pone
Yeah.
aquí.
Yes, can you give
Do you
me
want to
one
apply
free?
for a lawyer?
¿Quieres aplicar por un abogado de oficio?
¿Yo puedo hablar?
Can I speak?
No,
No.
but you can have a lawyer if you want one.
Él puede tener un abogado si desea uno.
Sí.
Yes.
You need a lawyer.
Necesita un abogado.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. I need you to fill out an application for me. I'll have you sign a receipt of Victoria. Wait, we're not done. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions prohibiting you from going to any Walmart.
Entiéndolo.
Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Now you're done. So, Mr. Duran, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Okay. On January 11th, 2025, the officer was on patrol and observed an odor of marijuana and a male to be smoking in a vehicle nearby at the 8700 block of Lazy Brook Lane. The officer activated emergency lights, positioned himself behind the motor vehicle, and made contact with the defendant. The officer had the defendant step out of the vehicle and advised the defendant that he had been observed smoking marijuana. The defendant stated he was smoking marijuana inside the vehicle because he did not want to smoke inside his friend's home. The officer observed a strong odor of marijuana and conducted a PC search of the vehicle. The officer observed small crumble of green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training and experience at the bottom of the center console, and 0.37 grams of a small marijuana joint in the ashtray in the cup holder. The officer observed an unholstered black Glock laying in plain view on the backseat floor, and the defendant stated the handgun belonged to him.
Mr. Duran, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You see if he has a Texas driver license, please.
Don't worry on it.
All right. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a license and liability insurance in your name. Those are conditions of your bond. Do you understand? Those are the only conditions I'm going to put on you. Be careful. Don't do anything stupid. Do not pick up a new case. Otherwise, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'll put you in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a lawyer. Listen to him. He'll take care of you. Because you have him, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in contact with him. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, you pick up a new case, become a danger to my community, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. So you understand? All right. So the only thing is just don't get in trouble. Don't drive without a license and insurance. Okay? All right. We will have you just sign the bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay? All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Good to you too. So can you file that?
The driver license and insurance.